The scriptures will take us this morning to the book of Luke, chapter 19, and I'm just going to read from a particular verse and then the subsequent verse that follows it. It says, the first one came. This is Jesus giving a parable about a man who traveled to a far country, and he gave gifts and talents to his servants. And then after he's done that, he then came and requested of them accountability. And the first one came in verse 16 and said, sir, your mina has earned 10 more. And he said to him, well done, my good servant. His master replied, because you have been trustworthy in a small matter, take charge over 10 cities. And then the second came and said, sir, your mina has earned 5 more. And his master answered and said, take charge of 5 cities. And then another servant came and said, sir, here is your mina. I have kept it and laid away and kept it laid away in a piece of cloth. I was afraid of you, because you are a hard man. You take out what you did not put in, and you reap what you did not sow. And then his master replied and said, I will judge you by your own words, you wicked servant. You knew, did you, that I am a hard man, and taking out what I did not put in, and reaping what I did not sow? Why then didn't you put my money on deposit, so that when I come back, I could have collected it with interest? Then he said to those standing by, take this mina away from him and give it to the one who has 10 minas. I want to kind of stress the importance of some few points that the Lord has been laying in my heart concerning this. Number one, those who fail, people who fail, they usually have excuses. They usually murmur a lot. Take a look at that servant that failed. He had so many stories to tell, so many good, fantastic reasons why he failed, or perhaps why he should fail. But he forgot that that doesn't change the fact that he has failed. And that's quite shameful. Now, those who succeed, they don't have excuses. They don't murmur. They don't have time for that. You never see them in the place of murmuring or giving excuses. I once sent 2 people to the same market to buy the same thing. And because I forgot to give the information, a different information to one regarding the quantities. When they both came back later, several hours later, one came and said, okay, here is the item, and then delivered it and left. Said nothing, just delivered the item and left. And then the other person who went to the same market about the same time came back and said,
it was so difficult. First, it was the rain, and then second, the driver that was taking me, had some problems on the road. All kinds of this happened, and then when I got to the place, I was looking for.
He just kept talking and talking, and I said, "Did you get the item?" And the answer is no. You see, there is a tendency to want to say a lot as though those things you are saying will compensate for the failure that has just occurred. When next you find yourself giving so many excuses over something, you need to watch yourself. Something may not be going on right. So that's one thing you notice about that servant who the master described as a wicked servant who didn't do the right thing. And then secondly, those who fail usually speak a lot of negatives about their masters. Notice that every negative thing this guy said was about his master. That's another characteristic you notice. When you find yourself in that position, turn away from that and start doing the right thing, because you will not have good success. The reason is because you have yourself destroyed the power through which and the authority through which that success could be enabled in your life as an individual. So we see that, and this happens every day in our lives. This happens in our experiences, and we have every reason to fight it and say, no, this isn't going to happen again to me today. So those who succeed, they focus on their master's positive. Divine reward eventually come to those who don't complain or murmur, but who also know, in spite of what they might know about their organization, their company, their factory, their boss, their seniors, and so in spite of what they might know, they ignore them. All these things happen to these servants. May the Lord help us put whatsoever will weigh us aside and help us to focus on those things that will move us forward in Jesus' name.